Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to Construction Simulator 2 here on the PS4. So, we've got all of the equipment that we need for the entire job brought over. But we need to get off the bits that we actually need for this one. First thing we need to do, I'm just going to position the crane roughly above the trailer. There we go. First thing I need to do is to go onto the trailer itself. There we go. And unsecure the loads like that. I'm also going to toggle to the hook camera because that might make things a bit easier. And what do I actually need for this job? 2 pallets of concrete and 2 concrete casings. Okay, so now I've got to try and decipher which ones are which. So let's zoom in on the crane. Ooh, excuse me. Now luckily we have got the kind of silhouettes to give us some helpful hints as to what we need, so I'm pretty sure that these dark grey pallets are the first ones that we need. Let's hook that up, and then it's the blue bags of concrete as well that I'm pretty sure are the other ones that we're going to need. 2 of those out of the 3 that we have. Spin it round, drop it down. Perfect, that's the first one. Rotate the crane around. Let's get load number 2. There we go. And again, we don't need to kind of rotate the cargoes, just I figure we may as well at least try and create the illusion that we're dropping these exactly where we need them to be. Where we can, you know. Like that. Excellent stuff. So, last but not least, we need those 3 bags of concrete powder. Well, sorry, 2 bags of concrete powder, not 3. Ooh, look at the way that swings as we spin it around pretty fast. Oh dear. Right, let's rotate it. There we go. And drop it down. I'm actually going to pull this one in a bit. There we go. And last but not least, the second one of those pallets, and then this stage will be complete, and we'll also have everything we need to load up quickly for the rest of the job as well, by having that flatbed right there. I'll raise it up a bit. There we go. Give it a quick spin. There we go. Fantastic stuff. Pour concrete into the prepared elements. So we're going to need our concrete mixer again. And now we might need the pump, actually. Where is our prepared element? Yeah, there's no way we're getting the mixer in there. That's where we need to, that elevated section there. So let's go back into our vehicle hall, which is there. No, actually, no, yeah, while we're in here, have we got anything that needs fixing? Let's have a look. Dump truck needs a bit of maintenance. Let's repair that. Oh, that needs a lot of maintenance. That is absolutely fine. Let's fix up the dozer a little bit. Okay, we're good. So, go back to the concrete thing there. We can't leave with the vehicle. We'll have to actually pull it out into the motor pool first of all. So, where is my concrete pump? There. Retrieve from vehicle hall. Get on. There we go. And now we're going to take that over to the site. Okay, good stuff. We park there. Should be good there. Enter function mode. Toggle the bucket cover. There we go. Let's pull the arm up. Spin that round where we need it. Okay, right. Back into the concrete mixer. So we can get this backed up where we need it. Let's pull the chute out. Just going to rotate it around to the opposite side. There we go. Okay, we're probably going to need to top this back up again. Let's start pouring. Excellent stuff. Back into our... let's go the other way, might be quicker. There we go, back into the concrete pump. Let's start pouring. Ooh, not enough height. There we go. Pushing the wrong way. There we go. Still struggle with the controls on this thing every now and again. Just remembering which way goes which. And there we go. Pour concrete into more prepared elements. Okay, where are those? Ah, it's basically it's all the way along there, so I should hopefully have the reach. Let's really try extending the arm out as best we can. You see this thing's got a hell of a reach. Is that going to be enough of a reach though? I'm not sure. Just trying to switch me between things. Right, let's start pouring and see how we're doing. I'm also going to switch the camera. Oh, it's not going to give me what I want. Okay, let me zoom in. There we go. So yeah, the function is this thin strip along the side. It's really, really fiddly. Really fiddly. Splashing concrete absolutely everywhere. Can I extend the armor out a bit more this way? Oops, not like that, I can't. Yeah, there we go. A little bit more height. Filling that trench up a little bit more. Arm is almost completely fully extended now. I don't think I can actually get any more reach on it. Let's just turn the pump the pump off for a second. Is that the absolute limit? It is. Yeah. Just can't get any more reach. Oh, I'm kind of stuck and wedged in here. Ah, yeah. It did get wedged. There we go. Alright, let's at least see if we can... It really is fiddly, this arm, at times. I'm going to need more height. There we go. That was tricky. That was very tricky. Okay, more stuff to move with the crane. Excellent. So let's reset this vehicle. Let's stop pouring. There we go. Let's jump into the crane. We want the hook camera. And what was it I needed? MDF and the lumber boards. Okay, so we have all those materials. Question is, where do I place them? Is it going to show me that? Let's have a spin around. Ah, yes, where the concrete truck is. So we're gonna we need to move the pump. It's blocking the access point for our vehicles. Or for our equipment, sorry. There we go. Pull that over to the side. That'll do. Back into the crane. Back onto the hook camera. Rotate the hook around. And let's get those materials that we need. So we want MDF and the lumber boards. We've got 3 pallets of MDF. We only need 2 of them for now. But we do need all 3 of these lumber boards. Rotate the object, push the crane into the right position. Beautiful. We've got that almost completely spot on there. Let's do the next pallet. Once again, we're going to need to give it a little rotation. Well, we don't need to, but you know, I'm actually enjoying getting these things lined up a bit better. It looks nicer, I think, when we're actually carrying out the job as well, if the cargo is lined up roughly in the direction and position it needs to be. Just makes us look a little bit more professional. And considering how many shortcuts we take with this, you know, in terms of equipment delivery and traveling from location to location and auto-filling stuff, you know, a little bit of time and care here and there doesn't go amiss, I don't think. So, last pallet of lumber. Get loaded up. And lowered into position. Beautiful. Right, so just a couple of pallets of MDF now. So I do like, you can see the shadow of the crane just moving on the tarmac as we're rotating. I mean, it's just a simple little thing that you wouldn't necessarily expect to see necessarily in that level of detail on a mobile game, but yeah, mobile games have changed a lot. You know, I remember the days when mobile gaming was still really new, and a lot of the games were incredibly basic. You know, these days you get mobile games that visually can look almost as good as anything you can get on a, you know, on a pretty powerful console. They obviously don't have the same amount of depth or functionality, but visually you can get some really impressive looking titles on mobiles these days. It's amazing how quickly that market has kind of almost exploded in terms of quality. There's still a lot of very basic games and a lot of clones of games, but you know, games like this, you know, and like the Pocket Edition of Farming Simulator, the mobile edition of that, you know, and other games as well, they do actually do a very good job of bringing a restricted version, like a condensed experience of the full title to the platform, and then getting this ported here. This is actually really, really nice to play. I'm really enjoying this game, loving it. Okay, so we need wood frames. I'm guessing they are lying flat on the ground somewhere. There's where they need to be delivered. This is what the lumber was for, was to create those frames. So where are they? Oh, they're inside. There we go. The frames are actually waiting for us inside the building there, look. So let's start with the big bits. Okay. Oops. Raise it up a bit. So, I've got to figure out exactly where these are going to go. So that one wants to go there. What about over here? Yeah, there we go. So we need a small piece on the end there. There we go. So we're going to need another medium piece on the end by the look of it. I think, actually, let's take a look. No, that's two small pieces on that corner. Ah, okay. I'm looking at the number of slats in the middle, you see. So it's two of these on that corner. It's the first one. Give it a little rotation. There we go. Then the other one will go next to that. I have to say as well, of all the games I've bought, you know, in terms of value for money, I think this is probably one of the very best. I mean, obviously, I can't fault Farming Sim because I've put so many hours and hours and hours and hours and thousands of hours into Farming Simulator 17. But in terms of, you know, the amount of fun I've had playing this game, for 12 quid, you can't go wrong. It's a bargain. It's so much fun to play. I don't know, maybe it's just the that sort of big boys and their toys mentality. You know, men love their construction work and their construction tools. Maybe it's just, it taps into that sort of mentality very, very well. And it's very accessible to play. You know, some bits are a little bit fiddly. We've seen it's very glitchy in places, but the devs have already patched it once, the game once, and I'm sure they'll patch it again to once they continue to identify glitches and bugs. They'll continue to get those fixed. So I have absolutely no doubt that the game will continue to get better and smoother to play. And like I said, for the price, you know, I can't fault it. I really can't. Right, so we want MDF and we want the insulation. A nice little run with the crane, actually. It's all about crane work, this, isn't it? I think it's just as well we did get this larger crane, because I don't think the other one would necessarily have been able to reach all the way across. I don't know. Maybe it would have. I mean, this is Sandy Hills, so it might assume that you might not have access to this larger crane by the time you get here. I don't know. Let's give it a quick spin, get it lined up. we go. And now we need the 2 pallets of insulation. And I'm so glad that we figured out the warehouse thing. That was potentially going to frustrate me, but we've got it sorted. And I think I might well use the warehouse a lot more now. What I might well do is I might just start buying stuff in bulk when it's on sale and just stashing it in the warehouse, and then when I need it for a job I can just go and collect it from my warehouse at a cheaper rate. It kind of harks back to what I was talking about a couple of episodes ago with the gravel, where what we could do is we could actually dump any excess gravel off on the side, and then when we need it we can then use a wheel loader to go and load up and shovel it into the back of a truck for delivery, rather than sort of paying for a full truck to be filled up and then only using a part of it, selling the rest back at a at a big loss, and then having to repeat that process for the very next time we need gravel. So yeah, maybe we could do that with some of these commodities as well. We could just buy them when they're on sale in bulk, stash them in the warehouse, and then we can just go and collect them from our warehouse whenever we need them. I mean, that is the whole purpose of a warehouse, is to store stuff. And you do generally buy things in bulk to save money. I suppose it depends how much you want to roleplay on this. I don't know, maybe if I'd do that so much on the mobile version, but if they ever released the full version of Construction Simulator 2, I think I would definitely do that. I would have large supplies of certain materials that I would, materials that we know we would need a lot of, stored in the warehouse, and then we would roleplay it and actually go and get the stuff from warehouses as part of the videos. With this, I just kind of enjoy getting straight to the jobs. So maybe I will, maybe I won't. But if you do want to try doing a little bit of roleplay, there's an idea for you. Here we go. Clear the area. That's what I'm trying to do. So it looks as though we're going to get more construction work. So more frames. Are these going to be on the roof waiting, or are they going to be on the floor? They're on the floor. It's a lot of crane work, this one, isn't it? This is the longest we've spent in a crane, I think, since one of our very first jobs, when we were using the when we built that first house that we built, that 2-story house, way back in our starting location, and we used the low loader with the crane, our flatbed truck, our starting piece of equipment. We used that to kind of shimmy all the equipment into place. It's way before we'd even got the very first crane unlocked. And we haven't done this much crane work since that episode. So this is kind of nice. It's a nice change of pace. Nice straightforward job as well, lifting these straight up and just pushing them across a little bit. Like that. Brilliant. Love it. It's so simple, but it's so satisfying. I would love to use one of these cranes in real life. It would be such an exhilarating moment, I think. And last one. Perfect. There we go. Fantastic. Stage complete. I really enjoyed that stage. That was brilliant. Oh, more crane work. Wow, there's a lot of crane work involved. But the dyno's really taking on shape, isn't it? It's looking great. Okay. So we've got 2 panels on that side and then 2 on this side. We'll do the side closest to us first so that we can actually kind of drift through that gap in the middle. A little bit too high up. There we go. And give that a little twizzle, a little turn. There we go. Excellent stuff. Last 2 pieces of framework here, and then we do still have a pallet of MDF as well, which we need for this job, so I'm guessing we're going to have to make roof slats, perhaps, maybe, with the last pallet. Oops. I've really enjoyed this build. This has been such a fun building to make. There we go. More framework to place. Wow. Okay. It's just a never-ending run with the crane, isn't it? Well, we're going to stop just here. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll pick this up again next time out. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more Construction Simulator 2 here on the PS4 very soon.